getting insane out there. Right. Time to make some food. What's up, preppers? Welcome back to the kitchen. We're still day 59 of this blackout and we're still looking for food to eat. Managed to scavenge myself a bag of flour though. This one's self-raising flour. Ideally, I'd have wanted plain flour, but it is what it is. The reason for that is we've got this chunky soup to test out and see what that's like. But in order to enjoy that, we're going to make some bread to go with it. The most basic form of bread we can possibly make. Water, flour, and a little oil. And some salt. As if by magic. So, usually, if this was a cooking show, you'd measure out your ingredients. But it's not. It's an SHTF cooking show. So we're winging it. That's the way to do it. And we're just going to see what kind of dough we come up with. We know roughly the consistency we want to get to, right? So let's give it a try. So we're going to open our flour. Making a mess. Got a spoon for our flour. And I believe the best way to do this is first of all, put some water in our bowl. So I've got that, which is about 12 fluid ounces. I'm only going to use about half of it. Just to try and prove the concept, more than anything else. And then we're going to add, spoon by spoon, some of our dry ingredients. So I'm going to do 2 spoons of flour. And open the salt first. And put a little bit of salt in. And we're just going to start whisking that up. And clearly that's just liquid at this stage. So we're just going to keep going and thicken it out till we get to some sort of doughy consistency. I know all you chefs right now are screaming at your screen saying you should be sieving that flour, you should be mixing the dry ingredients first, etc. I know, but we're winging it. So that's now become like a cookie dough consistency, cookie batter. So keep going, keep going. Every time I'm putting, it's probably not right, but every time I'm putting 2 spoons in, I'm adding a little bit of salt. Probably it's going to be the saltiest bread ever at this rate. Oh, there we go. Starting to get a bit more doughy. At some point we have to change from the whisk. I think that point is now. I still don't have any wooden utensils. Terrible, I know. The amount of wooden tools I've got. Yeah, I've not got wooden utensils. So we've got this silicone beater thing. We're going to use that to fold it in. That's the consistency we're at. If you're screaming at your TV, stop, that's perfect. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm putting another spoon in. And why not, just for luck, a little bit more salt. I'm trying to get it to that consistency where it doesn't look too sticky to get hold of, if you know what I mean.
Bloody behave yourselves.
We could be getting there now. What I want to do at this stage is add a bit of oil. I know it's more wet ingredients. Put it olive oil or extra virgin olive oil or whatever you can salvage. Just going to put a splash of that in it. Give us some flavour. Give us some flavour. Right. That looks like I should be able to get hold of it. Whoa. I'm either making bread or Play-Doh, one of the two. Either way, the kids are going to be happy. Now, let's take the ring off. Make sure your hands are clean, of course, especially if you're cooking for other people. But you know, don't have a choice, do they? Don't have a choice in these times. I think that needs a bit more flour, to be fair. I'm going to add some flour and knead it in instead. There we go. Knead it. Can I just say thank you to Sapper Prepper for providing me with microphone. This is the first time testing it out on a video, so if I go to edit this and the whole thing's silent, I'm going to be very upset. There we go. Okay, so I think that's the consistency we want. You see that there? Okay, please scream away in the comments if I'm doing everything wrong. You know, correct me along the way. We're all here to learn. Now, I do know you should cover this, put this on the bench and cover it with cling film and let it rest for 30 minutes. Okay, so we've no cling film, so we're doing the same thing with cooking foil. So I'm just going to cover it up with the foil and we're going to leave that for 30 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to go and check the perimeter. Check back with you shortly. Two tier assholes. Oh, sorry. Back. So that's to clear a few people out from the front. But it's been 30 minutes. And our dough looks doughy. So we're going to break it up into pieces and see if we can cook it. So I'm just going to take, I don't know what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to take a biscuit sized piece, like a big cookie, flatten it out. And we'll see how well this does. I don't know if I should have put oil in there or anything like that. Again, I'm sure you guys would let me know in the comments if I make a complete mistake. Smells like bread already. That's a good sign, right? Best hope that smell doesn't drift outside. It'll attract marauders. Oh, oh! I think that's burning. Well, that's definitely not what. First attempt, I think the heat was too high, so we'll try that again. This is not going well in the mess tin, so we're going to try in our frying pan on the lowest possible heat we can get on that, and we're going to put same sort of amount but spread a lot thinner. So let's get some flour on that to really press it out. Or if you had a rolling pin, obviously you'd roll it out. I'm going to add a touch of oil just because it feels natural. That was the first attempt that burnt. However, inside, the texture is quite bready. So it kind of worked. Should we try it? Do you know what? That's alright. I could use that as a burger bun. The second attempt in the mess tin is this. And again, look at the consistency of that. That's actually come out really well. I thought I'd failed and I hadn't. I've made 2 good pieces of bread. I'm keeping hold of that one. Should we try the pancake toss just for fun? Oh yes. Or in this case, the naan bread toss, I suppose it is. I thought that was a complete fail in that mess tin, but it's not took any time at all to cook that on both sides, and I've took it off the heat so it didn't burn, and it's just rested there, and that's really good bread. I've shocked myself. Right, while that last piece browns off, I'm going to clean the mess tin out so we can cook our chunky soup. Right, mess tin's rinsed out, our bread's here. That's the one we made in the mess tin, the thicker one, and then we've got this thinner one that we made in the frying pan. To be honest, I'm quite liking the thicker one. It's holding together a lot better. So the mess tin's a winner for the bread, to be fair. That looks like a much better piece of bread. Now, our chunky soup that on the front cover, if you saw the shopping haul video, looks like a stew, right? Do we think it's going to look like that? Oh, it could do. Very much so. Get some heat under that. Not too much. Cooking with these mess tins on this intense direct heat, keep it moving. Best you can. If you want to make this go further, you could add a bit of water in, a bit of gravy stock, and really spread that soup out, and then they can use the bread for dipping. Got our soup, aka a stew. Show you that. Big chunks of meat in there, so fair play. It's really good what it says on the tin for Lidl. And then we've got our mess tin made bread. Perfect. Let's try a bit of the thin bit. The thinner one. It's alright, but I prefer the thicker one. So there we are. Trick with the mess tin bread, or the campfire bread, however you're cooking it, is to moderate the heat. Make sure you cook it at a half decent temperature for a short amount of time on each side. It really doesn't need that long at all to cook, and it comes out really nice. But if you have it on something like these gas stoves, these camping cookers, you're going to have to keep taking it away from the heat, because otherwise it'll hit the fan like the first piece, which is charcoal, which I suppose it's still not that bad. It's SHTF, let's be fair. None of it'll go to waste. Thanks for watching another video, guys. Really do appreciate you all joining in and tuning into the channel. Let's hope soon civilization will be restored and I can get something from Uber Eats. Till then, I'm going to go and enjoy my prepper dinner. See you soon. Bye. Mustn't forget this.